Greetings, everyone. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. We're bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. Got the new camera going. Here we go. Looking much better in HD and 1080p quality. Gotta love that, right? So, today, for this review today, we're going to take a look at the brand new album. Just came out like 2 weeks ago from veterans of the prog scene. They're from California. The band is Spocksbeard. The Archaeoptimist is the name of it. Say that fast 5 times. The Archaeoptimist. There we go. What that means, who knows? There is some sort of a definition for Archaeoptimist, whatever. They are now on Madfish Records. I believe that's a division of Snapper Music, right? With Inside Out for many, many years. Now made the jump over to Madfish. Snapper scooping up a lot of bands right now. So, hey. Let's take a look at the little digipack thing here. Nothing really behind there. And here's the booklet, which features lyrics and stuff. No shot of the band here this time around, strangely enough. Nope. Who do we have in the band? Well, first of all, the album is produced by Ryo Okamoto. Right, of course, their longtime keyboard player. The band is Ted Leonard on lead vocals and guitar. Of course, Ted's now been in the band for quite a long time as well. Alan Morse, founding member, guitar and vocals. Ryo Okamoto on keyboards. Dave Meros, bass player, founding member. And now on drums, Nick Potters, drums and vocals. Additional acoustic guitar and helping out the songwriting, a guy named Michael Whiteman. All right, so we've got just 6 tracks on here. This is their 14th studio album. Hard to believe they got 14 albums already. It's like, geez, I've got all of them. I've been listening to them since the very, very beginning. So I've been with the band through all their twists and turns and lineup changes, with Neil Morse, without Neil Morse, with Nick DiVirgilio, without Nick DiVirgilio, right? This, now we've had, like I said, Ted Leonard has been fronting the band for quite a while now, and he's got a great voice. He's a perfect fit for the band. So just 6 tracks. It's, I think, 61 minutes and change is the exact running time. You've got, as you can imagine, a couple of epics and some normal length songs for the band. Starts off with this track called Invisible, which is really good. Man, I get a huge Kansas vibe on Invisible. Now, I know that has a lot to do with Ted's vocals because he does sound a bit like young Steve Walsh. But there is that vibe there, like classic late 70s Kansas on this record. But, mixed with the normal Spocksbeard thing that they do, which draws from, obviously, 70s bands and British bands. So there's a little bit of Genesis, a little bit of Gentle Giant all throughout this album. As always, Electric Monk is the next track. That's also quite good. That one is also co-written by Michael. Michael co-wrote 3 of the tracks on here, and 1 he wrote all by himself. So Electric Monk, really cool track. Forethoughts, that's really good. That's fast and furious, 7.5 minute long. Lots of cool, complex arrangements and things. There's, Alan Morse is a really interesting guitar player. He does like all sorts of cool things and noises and stuff. And the rhythms are really good. And Rio's keyboards are fantastic throughout the whole album. Really, really good. He's got like there's Hammond organ, there's Moog, there's Mellotron, all the stuff you'd expect. Really good. After that is St. Jerome in the Wilderness, another really cool longer track at just under 9 minutes long. It's also really good. Co-written by Michael Whiteman and Ted Leonard. And then you got the big title track, Epic, 21 minutes long. That's pretty crazy. Really good stuff. There's some great Hammond organ on here. There's some really like heavy parts. There's almost like prog metal stuff going on a few parts of this particular track, like about like maybe 15 minutes in, 15 minutes in. You get some real cool like metal riffing and stuff. Very cool. But otherwise, there's lots of cool passages, a lot of atmosphere, but you get those typical Spocksbeard vocal harmonies all throughout. Really, really good track. A nice one. And then the next step, which is the last song, and that's totally written by Michael Whiteman. That's about 11 minutes long. That's excellent. That's very old school Spocksbeard sounding, and musically very challenging. Again, Rio's keyboards, spot on. Really, really good. Nice drumming throughout the whole song and the whole album. Dave Meros' bass is always really nice because he's a very melodic player, but he plays with a lot of heft. You can always hear him in the mix, which is really cool. So the next step is one of my favorite tracks on the album. So to me, I think there's really no weak spots on the album. It starts off really good, but it ends with an absolute bang. I mean, the last two tracks are just absolutely killer, but everything is really good on here. Just a really, really strong Spock's Beard album. Again, memorable songs, great melodies. You know, maybe there's not as much of like that Beatles element that they used to have earlier in their career. That's probably because Neil's not in the band anymore. I think a lot of that came from him. But there's still, if you love that mix of kind of like Gentle Giant and Genesis and, you know, some of the other things that they do so well, you're going to get all that here. There's little bits of heavier moments. There's cool keyboards everywhere. It's just a really enjoyable record from Spock's Beard, as always. Like I mentioned the Kansas thing, right? There's a little bit of that as well. So I'm going to give this a 4.25 out of 5. Spock's Beard, the Archaeoptimist. Brand new on Madfish Records. Go check it out. If you've already heard it, let us know what you think down in the comments below. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. We got more new reviews coming at you in the days and weeks ahead, so stay tuned for all of it. And don't forget tomorrow, speaking of prog, tomorrow is In the Prog Seat. We're going to be talking about our favorite prog albums of the year in 2025. So that's coming up at you tomorrow evening. Till then, this is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. They're all down below. Thanks for all your support, folks. Greatly appreciate it. We'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.